Hello guys, in this video tutorial I would like to explain the four-step procedure which I explained in the previous video in detail, that how we can construct a frequency table from the given data. Let's suppose we have this data. The, uh, the price of vehicles sold last month at Whitener Autoplex. So I need, because this is raw data and I need some convert this into some meaningful table or meaningful information. So I can construct a frequency table from this data, and which you will see that will give you very precise, and at the first look you can get much more information from this, from the data which I will present at the end of this video tutorial. So this is the data, and look at this data. So the first step is construction of frequency table. A frequency table. Frequency table. So the first step was note smallest and largest values in the data. So I need to note the largest and smallest values in the data. This means that if you look at the data, this is already given, but if you look at the data, this is the smallest value, 15,446, 15,546 as the smallest value, and the largest value is this one, the highest value, 35,925 as the highest value. So you need to note these values. So let me note these values. 15,546, 15,4, the last minus value, when the lower value. So I will write this lower value as, the lower value is for 15,546, and the highest value, as 35,925. Highest value, that is equal to H 35,925. 35,925. Yes, 35,925. So this is the first step. The second step is, look how many observation you have, because you need to know about the observation. Decide about the number of classes. Number of classes. This means that suppose K. So we already discussed about that. We need to use this formula. 2 power K. This should be greater than N, where N is the number of total observation. N is the number of total observation. So you should know the total number of observation. In this particular problem, we have 80 observation, but you should know about your problem because this is important. You need to decide about this, the number of intervals. So this you can decide only when you know about the sample size. I mean that the n. Okay. So in this problem, n is equal to 80. This means that, let's count the number because I'm some doubt with these values. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 70, and 71, 72, 73. I think we have 73 values. So let's see. We have 80 values. It's not 73. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So 77, 78, 79, and 80. We have 80 values. So n is 80 because this is important. So now we need to calculate 2 power k, which is greater than n. Now decide about the value of k. For k equal to, suppose I will say 5, 2 power 5, which is equal to 32, which is not greater than 80. Let's say 2 power 6, which is equal to 64, not 33, is 64, which is not greater than 80. Now you can set 2 power 7, and this is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 to 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So this is equal to 128. And you can see that this is greater than 80. So 2 power 7 is greater than 80. And therefore, k equal to 7. We choose k equal to 7. Number of interval or classes in this particular example. Now we need to decide about the class width. Third step, class width, which is equal to I. Suppose this is the class width. I discussed this in already in the previous video. This is greater than or equal to h minus L divided by k, where I is greater than or equal to h. You know, h is 15,925. H is 15,925. You can see in the here that h is 35,000, not 15. 35,925. 35,925 minus 15,546 and divided by 7, as you decided already that the number of interval is 7. So I is greater than or equal to, let's do some calculation. 9 35,925 35,925 minus 15,004 546, 15,546 divided by 7. This is equal to 2,911. This is equal to 2,911. This is round up. There is some decimal place as well. So this means that you can write, because I mean the class width should be greater than this value. So you can say this interval is equal to 30, just because this means greater at 3,000. So now you have lower limit, you have upper limit. I mean that you have lower value, highest value, you have k, you have I. Now you can just, the last step is to make the frequency table. Definitely that this means that you need to make classes. So classes, now you can develop classes, and I will write this in thousand. So I will not write the thousand value. Now suppose this is 3,000, this will be only 3. So in thousand, I mean, I'm just mentioning this for simplicity. Sorry. So this means that you can set the lowest value, the smallest value as 15,546. So you can start from 15,000 for simplicity. 15,000, but remember that I already mentioned that I'm writing in thousand. This means that this is thousand. And the difference is now 3 because I'm writing in thousand. This means that the next will be 18. 15 is the lowest plus 3 because clause word is 3. So this means that 15 to 18. And I already discussed about this that the lower limit of the next will be 18 plus 3, 21. And the next, the upper limit of this class is the lower limit of the next class, and plus 3, 24, 24 plus 3, 27, and now 27 plus 3, 30, 30 plus 3, 33, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember that we need to only construct 7 interval because k is equal to 7. 33 plus 3, 36. So these are the intervals, and now I need to calculate the frequency. This line should be like this, sorry. Now the frequency. Frequency means that you need to count the values between 15 and 17.99. 18 should be included in this. Remember, I'm repeating this thing because this is important. These intervals should be mutually exclusive. Okay, so 15 to 17.99. You need to count the values between 15 to 17.99, and the frequency of this from the data which is given is 8 for this interval. In this interval there are 23 values. In this interval there are 17 values. And the other in this interval there are 18 values. In this interval there are 8 values. In this interval there are 4 values, and in this interval there are 2 values. You can sum, and if this sum is not equal to 80 because the total number of observation is 80 according to our calculation, this means that there is some problem. You can sum these values. This should be, the total should be 80. So this is the frequency now, and you can see that this is very simple. You can see a lot of information very easily you can draw, and this is simple data. If you have very complex data, much more values, this frequency table can really help you. Now I will calculate the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency means that you need to write this by their place, and then the next frequency should be this one, 8 plus 23. 8 plus 23, this makes this 31. And now the next for this group, the cumulative frequency is 31 plus 17, which makes this 48. For the next class, this should be 48 plus 18, and which give you 66. For the next class, this is equal to 66 plus 8, which is equal to 74. For the next class, this should be 74 plus 4, which is equal to 78. And for the next class, this should be 78 plus 2, which is equal to 80. This means that until this value, there are 80 values, of course, total values are 80. So this is all about construction of frequency table using group data. I mean, they're using intervals and the cumulative frequency. In the next video, I will discuss about relative frequency, and then I will move to the construction of histogram and frequency polygon and bar chart. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Ciao.